Welcome to the Holistic Savage Challenge. I couldn't be more excited to sit here and talk about this amazing project we've been working on, and now we're launching it to the public for the first time ever. I think the whole project has been really a passion project, where originally we created this program as a crash course for clients, and essentially the business model was, we get clients, we run the lab testing, but that process takes about 4 to 5 weeks, to get the results back, and then we sit down and go over to develop their protocol. But the thing is, with any kind of functional healing program, there's all of these highly individualized metabolic individualities and kind of custom things you have to do, but more than anything, you have to lay the foundation. So with any kind of healing program, or with functional medicine, there's people getting overly reliant on medications or supplement protocols, when in reality, as powerful as these things are, there's nothing more powerful than the hundreds of choices that we make every day with our environment and our lifestyle and our psychology. And so what we were trying to do is really create a streamlined program that clients can go through that lays that foundation of what I kind of call the way of the holistic savage, which really comes down to a more mindful approach to optimal wellness. And we are taking more of a holistic, all-encompassing. So I think the market is very saturated with diet and fitness challenges and all of these more challenges that are really kind of built on the notion that you're not good enough. And I just genuinely have a problem with that, if I'm being real, because that's kind of the hook, or like the selling point, is this notion of you're not good enough, you're not worthy, therefore you need to do this sort of rigorous, intensive, deprivational diet or exercise regimen or whatever it is in order to become better, to become worthy. And I want to completely destroy that very flawed paradigm and turn that around 100%, where it's like, no, you by nature are beautiful and powerful and divine and infinite. Now we're just here to learn how to practice unconditional self-love well enough to achieve that best life that we all like to talk about. And I think that's kind of the key concept that really sets us apart from anything else out there, is we're genuinely trying to work smarter, not harder, by using the best metabolic solutions that modern science can provide, for one, to make the whole thing a little bit easier, but also two, fueling that whole process out of self-love. And to learn how to love unconditionally and tap into that kind of fifth dimension of unconditional love that we all can tap into at any point in time. And I think when we're born into the world, we're all connected to that energetic field, but then we very quickly become disconnected and ripped out of it through the domestications of society and kind of all this programming that's instilled into us in this faulty belief system. And so then someday we get spit out into the real world and we don't know who we are. We don't know what we want, and we lose ourselves, and then we lose our health. And so we really have to take an approach that combines physiology and psychology. And so, being the huge science nerd I am, let me worry about the technical metabolic science. Let you worry about learning how to love yourself and loving yourself enough to do what it takes to become the best version of yourself, to reach your full potential, to, achieve all of your dreams and hopes and whatever it is that you want to do. And so that's really, in a nutshell, what it comes down to, is we have to get better and better at practicing unconditional love with every choice we make every single day. And it's not a one and done. It's not, 30 days you're going to master all of the behavior changes necessary to reach all of that. But it's the starting point. More than anything, it's inspiring hope. It's kind of changing the brain game a little bit, so that way we have the right outlook and attitude. And then it's just practice and repetition, just like anything else. The thing is, we're trying to take the absolute best, latest, greatest science from the functional medicine industry, metabolic science, taking the best metabolic solutions to empower people to work smarter, not harder. And in today's world, there's information overload that really causes this phenomena of paralysis by analysis. And I would say that there's, millions upon millions of people suffering and very unhappy with their health, unhappy with their life, just unhappy in general. And everybody's looking for what is that answer. but everybody's looking outwards rather than looking inwards. And there isn't any, there's no secret diet that's going to help you lose the 100 pounds or overcome fibromyalgia. There's no fancy supplement, despite, the marketing that a lot of these companies will do, but there's no secret. It's really looking within. And also, again, though, combining it with that science that, hey, unless you study that stuff for a living, you're probably not going to get it. And so, let us worry about the technical details to give you guidance and recommendations on how to work smarter, not harder. Which, for the record, I'm all for working hard. That's part of being a holistic savage. We're holistic in the nature of we see the interconnectedness of all things, atomically and spiritually, energetically, physically, literally, all the above. But then you still have to be a savage. You still have to realize, Darwinism is still in effect, and you kind of have to bring out that competitive nature and love yourself enough to do what it takes to reach your best life. So the challenge is really unique, and we really saw the power of it with our clients, and we decided we shouldn't keep this a secret. We need to launch this to the world, because I'm just a boy from Kansas out to save the world from chronic disease, and I truly believe the greatest medicine of all is teach people how not to need it. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. And so if all we're doing is only privately offering this program to private clients, well, I'm never going to accomplish my mission. So we decided to open it to the public. We decided to make it free. We experimented for a while of starting to kind of sell the program, but that didn't feel right. I just want people to have this information, and it really is extremely powerful, but it's only as powerful as well as you can implement and use the information. And so, as we all know, behavior modification is the backbone of any type of coaching. It doesn't matter what kind of coaching, business coaching, life coaching, health coaching, nutrition coaching, personal training, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's behavior modification. And so we need that behavior modification to be driven out of self-love and with a more intelligent approach. And so that's really what we're trying to capitalize on is let's work smarter, not harder. Let's love ourselves enough and love ourselves unconditionally to fuel the process in a positive psychological way, because as we know, psychology has a very direct impact on physiology. The scientific literature is immense on demonstrating. We have what I call the healthcare spectrum, where we have allopathic reactive medicine, kind of what I consider emergency medicine of, you are going to die unless we intervene with drugs and surgery. That's where that comes in. It's the ultimate safety net. And there are absolutely things that could not be done without it. I personally would not be alive today if it wasn't for conventional medicine. But that's not the problem. And I'm tired of people pointing the finger of, well, it's the system's fault that I'm unwell. You're in control of your reality. You're in control of what you're doing to your life and your body and your mind. So how about we take a little self-ownership? You have to. And that's another thing is when I take on these clients, I have to help them understand I'm not responsible for your health. You're responsible for your health. All that I can do is educate you, empower you, be the shoulder to lean on once in a while. I'm here to be your spirit animal as we take that path on the road to self-healing. So again, being the guy that believes that the greatest medicine of all is teach people how not to need it, that's exactly it. I'm here to teach you how not to need it. But then if you ever do need that, that's fine and well, but let's do what we can to accomplish our best life. So it's great. I couldn't be more excited to get this program going, and can't wait to see you all there.